Hey everyone, Willow here. This week on Starting Out Solitary, we are on week 171 and the topic is your most creative creation in your practice. Straight away when I read this week's topic, my most creative creation is my practice, my spiritual path. The way I do things, the way I celebrate things, the way I create and make things, and my spiritual practice is my most creative creation in my practice. When I first started, I've actually just had a meditation, so I'm very calm and relaxed. But when I first started on my journey, I thought that if I purchased things that were created by a witch within the community, that it held potency and power, which they do. I am not by all means saying that they don't, but, and I love buying creative things from other witches within the community. I love it. But when you make something yourself to use, as simple as a blend, when you get creative with a blend, especially when you grow, your own plants and you use whatever you grow in your garden, there's an extra special something. You know what you're putting in there. You are putting not only the ingredients and the things that you're using, do you know what is in there, but also your intent, your power, your energy. My garden is also one of my most creative creations as well in my practice. There are things that there are plants that I'm drawn to for whatever reason, and I'll buy them and then I'll do my research. But also there are things where I've done research on and I want to grow those plants. It's creative to me. It may not look like anything to someone, but to me, it's creative. Another most creative creation that I have created in my practice, which I no longer have, unfortunately, so I can't show it to you, is a little statue that I created, and it took me about 3 weeks to make it, right before we embarked on our IVF journey. I remember feeling all sorts of things. I was feeling fear. I was feeling excitement. I wanted to create magic. I wanted to express all of this and make something. So I went out and bought some air dry clay. Had no idea what I was going to make. But that journey, that process that I underwent in creating her, and I'm going to say her because she looked feminine, but she also held so much masculine energy behind her as well. I was in deep meditative state when I was creating her. I was channeling all these different things and different aspects from different deities, and that journey it holds a special place in my heart. And once I created her, I used her, so she basically was sitting down with her legs crossed, and she was embracing her full belly, and she had one arm under her belly and the other on top of her belly. And I had created her so that I can put things inside her belly that I can charge. I had some talismans. I had a talisman that was also a necklace that was created by a very dear friend of mine as well. So I'd put the necklace and talisman and affirmation in there to charge it. And also if I had any fears, I would write them down on a little piece of paper and put them in her belly so that she could take them away. My husband's going to the gym. I found her to be extremely comforting. I used her throughout the IVF process. I would meditate in front of her as well. At times I would also light a little soy tea light candle that I would make. I would specifically make some candles so that I can use it in this way and meditate in front of her. And boy, was she comforting. She was my most creative creation as well. And I'm kicking myself to this day that I never took a photo of her. When I moved everything not so long ago into the witchy shed, thinking that that was going to be, you know, my witchy place, the little ones smashed her to pieces. Yeah, I was feeling all sorts of things, let's be honest, instantaneously. But in hindsight, you know, I knew that she had served her purpose and that her work was done. And it's time for me to create something else that I can use in my practice as well. I make soy candles. I should have brought some out as well. You know, I guess it's what other witches create too, put some crystals in there, but it's my intention too behind it. Herbs, they're my creative creation as well. I think everything in my practice is a creative creation. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It holds that special something. Yeah. And I've had this urge, inspiration, things coming to me from about the beginning of autumn this year to create, to get out there and create. Now I've tried this a few days ago with the little ones, trying to make some clay things, and it didn't pan out too well. But that's not going to deter me. I do get some time to myself, and I just don't have that time to really create something that, you know, that's going to take a while for me to create. And it's not going to deter me, as I said, but yeah, timing for me right now, time-wise, is a little bit restrictive. So anything that I do create in that moment is my creative creation. As always, there was one more thing, but I've forgotten now what it is, and I bet you when I turn this video off, I will remember. But, oh, another creative creation, brought it out before. I guess as a wand, I made this many years ago. I used the stick that I found in the park behind me. It's from a gum tree. I had some material that I found from an op shop. I put it together. This wand does not look like how I first created it. Things have fallen off it, and the little ones have had a bit of a play with it too. Oops, it's falling apart there too now. But I used a moonstone crystal up on the top here, and I think this is a Lemurian quartz crystal up here as well, and other little chips, you know, around it. But as I said, there was other things. It's falling apart too. Oh well, I've got to fix it. But I really can't wait to get into creating more of these sorts of things, and not that they need so much time or what have you. And now I'm probably blabbering, but yeah. Anyway, until my next video, sending you so much love.